Yo, what is up, guys? Thank you for coming back again for another episode of Witness That. I don't know how I made it all the way to episode 11. This really just started off as a project. I honestly didn't anticipate doing more than maybe 2 or 3 episodes, but each week I'm having different people give me feedback, telling me that they really like the show, that they look forward to the show, and honestly, that makes me want to continue making the show. So when you guys give me that feedback, it really does mean something to me. So I seriously appreciate it. And I got to give a huge shout out to Jacob because he has watched every single episode and has commented on every single episode, and big ups the Instagram. So I'm gonna throw his Instagram profile down in the about section. Go give him a follow. He's a huge supporter, and seriously, bro, I thank you so much for all the love that you're giving. So let's get started with today's episode because I have some pretty banging videos and some deep messages with them. So let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. Let's start off first with a heavy hitter. The Storer team teamed up with Daniel and Will of Stunt Camera Crew to produce this epic masterpiece. The spot is absolutely beautiful, the lines are flawless, and the camera crew didn't miss a beat. Storer and Stunt Camera Crew are really pushing the outer limits of where parkour can actually take any one of us. When I watch this video, it's easy for me to see it the way I'm sure most people see it, and that's as an entertaining, high quality, super cool parkour video. No one can deny that the movement in here is unreal. However, I also see it for something else. I see it as a guiding light that shows it's possible to follow your dreams and to not only survive while doing so, but to actually thrive. I'm sure at some point, each and every one of these guys heard, get a real job, this parkour thing is just a hobby, you can't make a living off of playing and jumping around. And every day these guys are out there traveling the world doing what they love, meeting people that truly inspire them, and they're thriving. Like, they're not just surviving, they're thriving. They are actually having an amazing standard of life. I just want to say thank you, boys, for not giving up on your dreams. Yo guys, real talk for a minute. Choosing to follow your dreams can actually be extremely terrifying. I know that in my own life I'm at a crossroad. Well, I've kind of passed that crossroad not too long ago, where I decided I was going to give it my all pursuing my passions and my dreams. So I've chosen the less traditional route, and it was a hard choice for me because I'm somebody that is good at school and I can very easily do the jobs that are asked of me, but they don't really spark anything in me. I feel like I'm selling my soul for some dollars, so I chose to go in a less traditional route where I can actually pursue my passions and pursue the things that give me energy. There are some of you out there that want to follow your dreams and you think it's too scary to do. Well, my personal opinion is that it's even scarier to give up on your dreams and live a life of silent desperation. Before they put me in the earth, I don't want to be laying on my deathbed with a list of regrets. So I think if you have a dream and that dream doesn't scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. Don't be afraid to hold on to that childhood dream and go after it. Alright, the world needs more people that are pursuing what really wakes them up and gives them life. Alright, so all this talk has got me interested and excited about the next video I'm going to show you. Let's get to it. This video is called No More Time, and it has an extremely powerful message and some pretty beautiful movement. I'm lucky enough to know Peyton personally, and he's one of the most caring human beings I think I've ever met. We crossed paths 2 years back at Jump Fest, and Peyton caught my attention one night as we all sat around a bonfire. he shared a story about himself that basically had everybody in tears, and then he took out his guitar and played a song that he had written himself. Since then, I've watched Peyton progress through social media in his training and his movement. And when I say progressed, I mean really progressed. Like, he has grown leaps and bounds. His movement now speaks for itself. Peyton has recently released a parkour documentary that's free to watch on YouTube, so I definitely recommend you check that out. And I guess I should also mention that Peyton is legally blind, which makes his movement that much more amazing, in my opinion. Give his page a subscribe and check him out on Instagram.
Okay, so I know I didn't really talk too much about Peyton's movement in that last video, but that's because I really do believe that Peyton has a story worth hearing. So please go give him a follow and look out for him. He's going to be traveling around a lot in 2019. I'm sure he's going to make a stop in your neighborhood. Check him out on Instagram and DM him. Don't be afraid to ask him if he's going to be in town to train. Enough of me trying to get deep with you guys. Let's dive back into the movement. And this next video is coming to us from Nate Weston. It's his January's training. And yes, before you say it, I know I feature Nate a lot, but that's honestly because this dude is constantly throwing down, and I respect the quality and the quantity of videos he's putting out for us, alright? Not a lot of people in the community take the time to make videos for us, and when he puts a video out, the whole community progresses. So yeah, every time he drops something, best believe I'm gonna be on it.
So let's just look at how this video opens. Not a wasted step to be found, right into a side flip. Then a gainer off of a ledge that, quite frankly, has no business being gained off of. We already know this video is about to be a banger. Last Shay to inward side off of a pole. I'm just gonna stop here. Go watch the video, subscribe to him if you aren't already, and when you're done watching his video, watch it again.
Yo, speaking of athletes worth watching again and again, this next video is featuring Seth, and trust me, if you don't know him, you need to.
This is Seth's indoor gym compilation, and honestly, I don't even think you could begin to partially appreciate the level of difficulty any of these lines are until you actually walk into Swift movement and train there yourself. Seth basically is a low-key Jedi master. When he moves, you can't help but feel like he and the environment are one. It's clear that he's comfortable inside this gym. However, I've trained with him outside at spots he doesn't even visit often, and he moves with the same level of grace and flow. I honestly am calling it right now that Seth will podium for NAPC 2019. Put some money on it. The last video up is Lars Verschuren's 2018 show reel. Lars should look familiar to you guys since I did feature his team in episode 2. I enjoy watching Lars because of how he keeps his lines moving forward. There's something so satisfying about watching a free runner or Tresor take up a ton of space rather than just occupy the small little tight spaces. Definitely subscribe to Aquila Movement if you haven't already. This week's archive video is a classic. It's the parkour documentary, People in Motion. This video came out back in 2012, and it did such a wonderful job at explaining what parkour is to the masses. This video is about an hour long, but it's extremely well shot and edited. So grab a snack and enjoy.
Okay, on to some community news. So, 2 weeks from now, Saturday the 23rd, Brooklyn Zoo will be hosting that monthly jam that I know you all love so much because it's free. Alright, we all know you show up 8 o'clock, go right upstairs, second floor, absolutely free. You do not have to pay a dime. Come through, chill with the homies. The team's gonna be out there, you know, Bryce is gonna be out there, Vanguard's gonna be out there, Unknown Project shows up every now and then. You might get some homies from the Venture Co. So come, it's a good time. March 9th. This is a date you need to write down. That is the NAPC regional qualifiers at Hub. Okay, so this is important because regional qualifiers put you in a position to automatically make it to the finals at NAPC. If you podium in the regional qualifiers, you are set. I believe it's if you podium. I may be mistaken, I'm gonna have to look again, I'll let you guys know, but either if you podium or if you come in first. Either way, it's a potential to get a surefire ticket to NAPC finals, so definitely make your way up the Hub. Plus, honestly, the regional qualifiers is where you want to be if you want to actually test your skills and get a real feel of what finals will be like, because the best athletes will show up to the regional qualifiers, okay? They like to go against the best athletes, all right? You only become the best by going against the best. If you don't believe me, go watch Never Back Down. March 26th is Fool's Jam. This year, Fool's Jam is no longer just a weekend, it is actually a week long. So it's the 26th to the 31st. Right, that's a Tuesday to a Sunday. That is a long time to get out to Unparalleled Movement. I'm gonna try and make my way out there, spend the entire week. If I can, they're gonna have workshops. I know Seth is gonna be running one of the workshops. I'm not sure who else. I'm gonna put a link though to the Facebook group, the Facebook event page, and you'll be able to see all the details that you need. And the last thing, I really want to reiterate that you guys take account of how you're spending your time. All right, the money can be spent, the energy can be spent, and the money and the energy can be earned back. The time, once you spend your time, you don't get it back. So really be cautious about how you're spending it, okay? I want to know that you guys are building for yourselves, building for a community, building for a better cause. You're not just going through the motion of life. You're not just going through the motion of the days. Life has the potential to be a miracle every single moment if you let it, all right? But if you're feeling like same old, if someone asks you, hey, what's new today? And you're like, same old, then honestly, personally, I don't think you're living life right, all right? Unless your same old means you're doing something new every day, all right? So, yeah, that's how I feel about this. All right, so that about wraps it up. Thanks again for riding along for another episode. If you have a video you would like me to feature, feel free to DM me on Instagram at SilkyJohnsonJumps. I'll put that link in the About section below. And guys, keep the comments coming in, keep the likes coming in. I'm really happy. I enjoy doing these videos, and we have 108 subscribers now, so to me that's like hitting 1 million. So yeah, we hit 1 million. We really only hit 100, but I don't know, maybe we could get to 1,000 by the end of summer. I don't know, we'll find out, we'll see. I'm just gonna keep making these videos anyway because it's fun for me, and I wanna try some new things. Maybe I'll get funky with the camera, start picking it up, swirling it around, who knows, I'll do some crazy stuff. Okay, I love you guys, see you later, peace out.